Good morning. I am Neeraj Kumar Srivastava. Supposed to be here to talk something about very interesting subject, research methodology. Today, since this is my first class in research methodology through this medium, through this platform, so why should I not take the class starting from introduction? So today I will try my best to narrate some story, some interesting story about introduction of research methodology. When we talk about research or research methodology, then many questions come in our mind, like as what is research? Is there any definition of research which is consensusly applicable to the world, or there is some more requirement of certain definitions, certain concepts, certain norms, certain ideas, certain concepts regarding research or research methodology? Then what is objective of research as a whole in general? Next comes different types of research, and afterward comes, say, significance, importance of research, and afterward process of research, and then comes last but not the least, that is essential criteria of good research work. Fine, let me start from introduction, that we initiate this concept with concept or definition of the research. Research, a very important segment of this word is search, which means investigation or inquiry. Now comes in our mind a question, what we mean about the search and what we search in fact. We search, we investigate, we inquired about new knowledge. That is the most fundamental meaning of research. When an individual or group intends to investigate about new facts, new data, new information, which ultimately club in the form of new knowledge, is the research. One may also define research as, research is systematic and objective scientific investigation or inquiry through which one can solve the problem which he or she is facing in his or her social life, economy life, or other dimension of the life. And it may also be related, very much related, with a business organization, with the institution of all kinds, all type of organizations. Those are facing certain problems and they want solution of their problems. Say, for searching the solutions or the relevant information, they want to investigate, they want to inquire the pressing problem, the current problem which they are facing. That may be one of the objectives of research. Research is a voice. It is a voice of discovery. It is a journey of discovery. Research, through research, one moves from known to unknown. Inquisitiveness, or a kind of say something you want to know about new thing. When we confront any new phenomenon with which we are not aware, we surprise and we want to get full and fuller information, acquaintance about those unknown. And for making unknown to known, what the technique, what the process, what the procedure, what the method we adopt, that comes under purview of research. As Redman and Mori define research, that research is the systematic human effort through which they get pertinent information on the problem under study, or they seek for the new knowledge. Research can also be defined in different ways. However, when we try to understand it as the process, then Clifford Woody defines research as research is a systematic process consisting of various steps, like as defining and redefining of the problems, formulating of hypothesis, literature review, collecting pertinent information or data, organizing, evaluating, analyzing collected data, and then test the hypothesis whether those hypotheses are right or wrong in the light of collected informations through various statistical tests, and at last we get at conclusion which can be verified by others. So, I think this is very comprehensive definition of the research. One may define or one may understand it in the holistic manner. It consists all the pertinent steps, and afterward a simple question arises in our mind, that what is the objective of research? When this question comes in our mind, then the answer is quite obvious, that hardly matter what kind of research the researcher is handling. The ultimate objective of any research is to search new facts, to find new information, to get new knowledge. However, on the basis of a specific research activity, one may specify four types of research on the basis of objective or the purpose. First is exploratory research. Here researcher wants to explore new ideas, new facts, new information regarding the problem which he or she is under studying. That is exploratory. Here the main objective of researcher is to find out pertinent informations, to define a problem. Mind it, it is well said that a problem well defined is half solved. So, the objective of researcher is not the solution, rather to understand the problem along all its relevant dimensions. This is also known as formulative research. So, whether you say exploratory or formulative, both are same. Here you formulate the problem. Next comes descriptive research. Descriptive research meant to describe the characteristic of an unit. Unit might be anything. It might be living or not living, in which as the researcher one is interested. It may be group, it may be institution, it may be anything. So, if one portrays or describe the required characteristics of a thing under a study, comes under purview of descriptive research. Next comes diagnostic research. When the researcher is interested to know the frequency of happening anything in which he or she is interested, then it can be measured through diagnostic research study. Here researcher diagnoses a thing in its fuller medium by assessing, by measuring the happened frequencies, and then he or she tries to not only measure the frequency, but also to compare these frequency with any other happening, and on the basis of that researcher gets at conclusion that whether these two happenings have certain correlation or not, and then get at certain conclusion on that ground, on that basis. So, that is main objective of diagnostic study. And last but not the least, that is very important, is causal type of research. Here two or more variables are associated, not only associated, rather one variable may be termed as cause and one variable may be termed as effect. Here as the researcher, one is interested to know the relationship between cause and effect, and for the purpose he or she tries to control the variables underlie in the area of his or her interest. For example, demand, price and demand. We all know these two variables are related to each other, but question arises, which one is independent and which one is dependent. We know that demand is dependent variable and price is independent variable. So, here researcher manipulates the price, and after every manipulation, every changing of the price in certain dimensions, in certain magnitude, he or she assesses its respective impact on demand. So, demand is the dependent variable.